viewers, like Njogria once said, integrity, transparency, and the fight against corruption must be part of the culture. They are to be taught as fundamental values. My name is Christabel Ruganzu. I am 13 years old. I am a primary 7 vacationer, and I completed my primary level at Gombe Junior School. Here with me today is a youth member of parliament who will be discussing with us about corruption in the education sector.
It's an honor to discuss with you on a very pertinent issue. Rugumayo Edison is my name, and a member of parliament representing the western region of Uganda. Thank you.
May you briefly explain to us about corruption in the education sector?
Thank you so much. Well, corruption is across most sectors of government. It is as old as human history, but particularly for today in the education sector, we have heard of tales of so many ill doings, especially in the sector. They stretch across how people get into schools, how they go through administrators, how contractors get their jobs when they're given contracts to do building schools, labs, and all that. So it's in the sector alone, it's broad enough. It's so many vices therein.
Thank you, Honorable Edison. I have seen newly built school buildings with cracks, which makes them unsafe for students. According to the study on the cost and extent of corruption in the education sector in Uganda published by the Inspectorate of Government, it highlights that sometimes contractors are selected based on bribes or political connections. As a youth member of parliament, can you do, or even maybe the parliament, do anything to fight the highlighted challenges?
Well, currently, as a country, we have a challenge with our procurement system. It emphasizes much contact of the contractor and the procurement person, and this sometimes results into corruption tendencies. As young people and as a parliament that is embracing new innovations, there needs to be a lot more effort on reducing the contact between the contractor and then the procurement person. That is why in the first 1 year, government has come up with an innovative solution banking on the electronic system. It's called the Electronic Government Procurement Solution. Now with this system, all sectors of government with procurement needs forward their needs to a portal, and then the contractors are allowed to place their bids. And from there, the valuers on the other side are able to pick a contractor without any necessitating of a contractor having contact with a procurement person. So I believe with that in place, and if every sector embraces that, we shall really kick out corruption in procurement cycles.
The study on the cost and extent of corruption in the education sector also highlights that sometimes parents or even students tend to bribe school administrators to secure a place for a child, ensure good grades, or even pass a test without working hard. Western Uganda has been singled out as a region where this is rampant. What could be your view on fighting this vice?
Well, it is true. Most instances we haven't had we hold exams for citing such malpractices. So this shows that indeed the vice is there. And two, I really not. I've had tales of politicians peddling influence to get their children, their relatives into schools, even when they have not attained grades to get to those schools. And in my personal opinion, this is very wrong. This is wrong because whichever person gets into something that they have not attained on merit, someday in the future, questions come to haunt this person because they have not attained something on merit. So my humble appeal would be that the parents begin to inculcate a spirit that effort made and merit attained is better than a lot achieved without effort and without merit. Thank you.
Do you have any advice for these parents who are practicing this vice?
My advice would be to a parent that if you're laying the best foundation for a young person, for your child, make sure you teach them the best, that something attained on merit with personal effort brings much more fulfillment and satisfaction than anything got through the shortcuts. So mine would be that the parents appreciate that it is not just about attaining grades, but it is about the fulfillment, the confidence, the satisfaction that comes with achieving something out of personal effort. This grows a lot of confidence and actually makes people more productive in every sphere and a race to the best.
Statistics show that 75% of Uganda's population are youth. Is there anything that can be done to ensure that the youth grow up with integrity and don't become corrupt in their adult lives?
There is a lot that needs to be done because as the youth play a vital role in nation building, and it should be them that actually spearhead the fight to have uprightness in government. So, and as much as what needs to be done, I believe fundamentally that there needs to be capacity building for young people, for young leaders, to understand the procedures of government, to be able to question, to bring leaders to account to them, to understand what government ought to do for them and what they also have, the part they have to play in that. So with capacity building, majorly, I think we shall have young people involved in the fight against this vice of corruption.
Thank you very much, Honorable Edison. Do you have any message for the youth of Uganda today?
Well, my message to a young person, a young viewer out there, is to tell you that the process of building a nation is very laborious and it takes a lot of effort. And as all young people in this country, it should be our mandate and obligation to lay a brick when opportunity is given in building our country. Because it is our country, it is a country that has been passed on to us, it is a country that we shall have to pass on to those people that come after us. So it's important that when we have a chance now, let's do our best to build this country to make a better nation in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Edison. This has been such a wonderful and educative session.
It's been a pleasure.
To the youth out there, remember that this is our war and we should spearhead the fight of corruption. Thank you for watching.